Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today it's a snowy Iowa day. This is my backyard here. And today we're going to work on the CRV that's in the garage. So here we are in the garage with a little heater because it's cold. And we're going to try to see if we can fix that misfire from last time. Do a valve adjustment today. So let's get to it. Alright, so now we're going to have to take our 19mm and go under by the driver's side, and you see this hole here. You can put the thing through that hole, and we're going to turn it. So I turned the cam gears here to top dead center. There should be some tick marks on every gear, and it'll turn once you get both of the tick marks pointing at each other. Should line up with this edge here. You'll have TDC. Alright, now so once you get the top dead center here, just lined up these two marks right here, you get a 12mm and a flathead. Right here, these like kind of rockers, but they're not. You put the 12 here and your flathead on top like this, and you just loosen it. And then from there, for the intake side, we're gonna take this 0.004mm for the intake side, which is this whole side right here. That's the intake side. And this is the exhaust side, which will be 0.007. So we'll take our feeler gauge. I already kind of been checking. Once we loosen this up, we'll loosen up. Put that on there. We'll loosen this up as much as we can. And in between the cam shaft and the top of the valve, we'll stick in the feeler gauge, and then we'll tighten it down just till it touches, just to where you can't pull it out. See, now it's stuck in here, just barely. And then you just slowly loosen it up a little bit, and then you move it back and forth to where you get just a slight drag. And then you can just tune it right here. So if you go too tight, it'll stop. Just loosen it up a little bit, and then you get a little slight drag. Once you feel how this is the hardest part of doing this job, but once you get the feel for it, you get that very slight drag for it, you can tighten it up. So you hold the top here, and then you tighten this nut here. And you'll check your feeler gauge again for that slight drag. Feels good to me. Then you just move on to your next, and then you move down the line here. So put this on here, hold this, crack it open. This is on here pretty tight. So, here. Okay, that was loosened. We'll pull out the slack here. Put our feeler gauge in between here. Go till it stops. And you can feel it once it stops. So now my feeler gauge is not moving. Back it off a little bit. And just kind of play around with it. That's too much. Usually you just kind of want to be on the more looser side, so. That feels good to me, so I'm gonna tighten this up here. Oh, not that one, sorry. And once it feels good, you hold it in place and then you tighten it up. And then you check it again. Slight drag, yep. And you move down on the line. Actually, once you're done with your intake side, you want to check your exhaust side. It'll be the same thing. Once you're done, we'll rotate the time belt a quarter, the cam a quarter of the way. So these marks should be pointing up right here. So we'll do the exhaust side now. All right, so for the exhaust side, put that here. I don't know why these are so tight. Maybe somebody's already been in here. But yeah, it's loosen, back it out. Because if I check the other side here, it should be 0.07. It's too tight. Before I loosen this, see, it's too tight. So loosen it. It's too tight to where this one doesn't go in. So once we loosen it, we can get our feeler gauge in there. Okay, once it's in there, once it's in there, we'll tighten this down. Just to where it stops on the feeler gauge, you can feel. Okay, see, it stopped moving, or I can't pull it out. Back it off just a little bit. See where it's moving back and forth? You can move it back and forth right here. And there's a slight drag. Keep that there, then I'm gonna go tighten it. Then you recheck where that drag here, slight drag. Okay. And you can double check. You can put like a, you can put a 0.08 in there and see if it fits. It shouldn't fit. Yeah, see, it won't fit. 0.08. It won't go in. So that's good. We'll get our 0.07 back out and we'll finish this side here. But we're gonna break this nut first. It's probably pretty tight as the other ones have shown. You guys hear me flopping around? I do wear my slides when I'm working on my car. So, all right, next one. Maybe if I push, might be easier. There we go. Loosen. Then I'm back this out. Okay. Put the feeler gauge in there. See, now it's loose. It actually fits in there. There is a tool they sell to do this. It's like 30 bucks. I've not bought it, so you can still do it like this. and stop on there. Actually, I have the tool I can show you real quick, but it's for a 10 mil. It's for my SD powder. This is what the tool normally looks like. So then it's the same thing as the screwdriver, and then has the 10, well, this is a 10 mil one. CRV used 12 mil. Does the same thing, but S1000 probably wouldn't use this. This one you can actually get to. Like VTEC engines, these are buried down farther. They're hard to get to. So it's nice to have this. Yep, same thing. Tighten it down. Can't pull out. Loosen it just a little bit. And when you get that slight drag, that's when you tighten it up. Then you recheck. All right, and move on to moving the cams here. All right, so I'm gonna go down there with the ratchet and turn the crankshaft to where I have this mark about right here on both. This one will go down. So when this top part goes down here, we'll be able to do cylinder number 3 because of the firing order. So there we go. And right about there. So some of you guys might be looking where this time belt seems loose. It is really loose. It shouldn't be this loose. It should be pretty tight up here, at least. It should be pretty tight. I'm guessing maybe the tensioner failed, or maybe when I bought this, maybe this has never been changed, which is really bad. I will be changing this belt out for sure. We'll see. Might have a shop do it. I'm not sure if I have time, but we will see. But you would need to change out the tensioner, time belt, and while you're in there, might as well do the water pump, as well as any seals like the camshaft seals, maybe crank pulley seal too, I believe. So, all right, now it's on cylinder 3. So the firing order, we start at 1, and then we move to cylinder 3, 4, and then 2. So we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. So, but we're gonna do it on cylinder number 3. Once you're done, we'll put it back together. So see you then. All right, I did come up with a little trick. So you don't have to hold this in here like this while loosening this. You can just put this on here since it's pretty tight, and then you just break it loose like that. Then you grab your screwdriver and then loosen it just like that. So a lot easier. I'm gonna keep moving on. Alright, so I ended up just getting the Felpro. Can't get Honda, it's a weekend and it's closed. So I got this Felpro for 45 bucks. Fit's not that, I mean, it's okay, but it's a little loose. See right here. Might have some issues putting it on. Might put a little Honda bond right underneath this. But alright, put some Honda bonds on the edge here. Supposed to do that so it doesn't leak. And let's put it on. Alright, got it all put back together. The wires, everything's back on. Let's go see if it starts. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the code as well here. Got it plugged into the OBD. I bought this off of Amazon. It had the misfire 3 and 4. I think it had all misfires. Go ahead and clear it. Okay. I'm gonna turn it off, turn it back on. Sounds pretty good. We'll see. I don't know. Usually, you put it in gear, it'll die. Let's see if it works. Hey, it works, y'all. Oh, what could that be? I'll check it out. Let's see. But usually, normally, it would just die. If I just did a cold start like that, it would, and put it in gear right away, it would die. Misfire any cylinder. Interesting. It might go away. That could be just because I cleared the code, possibly. We'll see later on if it goes away or not. But so far, it's idling pretty well. And usually, yeah, I put it in gear right away after starting, maybe in a couple minutes. It would just stall out and die. But yeah, usually it would do that. It didn't do that right now. Let's try it again. Put it up in reverse here. Alright, it didn't drop down under 1,000. I think that fixed the misfire problem so far. We'll see if this light goes away. I think you have to drive it a little bit, and I think it will go away. I'll check the codes later on and see. But so far it fixed the stumble problem. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. If it gets any worse or not, I'll let you know. Later.